Another great morning. I'm actually going to ruck today later, so I'm excited about that. But now I'm just doing my morning walk around the outside of the building to our daily standing meetings. Great time to get outside, great time to move, great time to walk. I read an article this morning that I shared earlier on the Stronger Human group about lifespan versus healthspan and a big research study that was done on that. And I've thought about that before, but I never really knew the terminology for that. So that's interesting to me. Lifespan, so how long you actually live. Health span, how long you live healthy and well. So the study in a nutshell said that on average, and it was a USA study, so I don't know, I'm sure it's different for other places. It claims that the gap is the largest for the United States versus anywhere else. But on average, our health span is 12 years less than our lifespan. Meaning on average, the last 12 years of life, we are not living healthy and well. Now I'll have to spend some more time in the study to actually see how they're defining healthy and well. But I would take that to mean like you can't move, or you can't get up and get out of bed, or you can't eat, or you're in constant pain, or you're always in the hospital, or you're on some serious medication. But I'd have to see how they define that exactly. But you know, that's a big concept, and I feel like that's stuff we really touch base on here in the school app, in the Stronger Human community, or on different fitness pages and whatnot that I follow on YouTube. And you know, it's interesting, how do you combat that? How do you make it to where your health span and lifespan gap shrinks and, you know, or potentially almost mirrors one another, so the whole time you're living, you are not just living, but you are living healthy and well? I think a big part of that is just movement and diet. I think a little bit can play in with, well, not a little bit, but genetics plays into it. Environment plays into it. And then I think there's more of the, what people would say, woo-woo stuff, but I don't necessarily think it's woo-woo stuff. Your mental state, how you perceive things, how you think about things, how you can regulate and control your emotions. You know, they say being perpetually negative and in a dark mindset can affect one's health. So in turn, I think that would affect your health span, and then your lifespan in turn. So I know there's like thousands of things, endless things that plays into it, but that's an interesting concept to me, the health span versus lifespan gap. I'd love to see that turn around and shrink instead of grow like it's currently doing. And I think the biggest thing we can do is talk about it and get that knowledge out there and that information out there, and hope that it pushes people to turn around and do things like walking, moving, eating better, protecting themselves from dangerous things in their environment and what have you.